Okay, so the first thing we can do is just take a moment to rest. And with that rest, just treat this as a moment of self-care. And just allow your feet to connect with the ground. And you may notice that one foot is more connected to the floor than the other. One foot may feel more comfortable than the other. One foot may be hotter than the other. And just by doing this simple observation, what you've done immediately is get out of your head and connect more to your body. And that can be really important, just doing a simple technique like this. It's something we used to teach in schools. It's a little mindfulness technique, because if you're focusing on your feet, you're taking your attention away from perhaps looping thoughts or worry about something. So that's a really nice thing to do, and this treatment is actually really nice to do before bed as well. Or if you're having trouble sleeping, you could just sit on the end of the bed and do this for a few minutes, and again get out of that worry or just inane thoughts situation, and allow yourself to relax and your nervous system to relax. So here we are, we've got feet flat on the floor as much as you can, and then just take a couple of comfortable breaths in and out. The breathing rate of most adults now, particularly in the US, I believe, have become much faster. And if we start to breathe very fast, it means we're shallow breathing, and that doesn't help with anxiety or with feeling relaxed. So the more we take deeper breaths just to center ourselves, the more we can track how we're feeling. So again, just taking that comfortable deep breath in, perhaps in for 4 and out for 4, and again in for 4 and out for 4. And eventually you can build that so you're actually breathing in for 6 and out for 6. And just imagine for a moment that you were breathing in from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And as you exhale, you're exhaling out all your stress. You can imagine it as a colour that you don't like. It can change daily as well. So inhaling from the tips of your toes all the way to the top of your head, and then exhaling out all that junk you don't need. And just following that rhythm of your breath for a little while is already, you'll start to notice it's allowing your nervous system to reset. So let's get to the actual treatment. So the first thing to do is just to very gently stroke your feet. And I'm not going to give you the acupressure points because I just want this to be a sensory experience for you. If you start thinking too hard about it, it takes the experience away. So you may start to notice the nice effects of just massaging around your feet like that. There is a very powerful version of reflexology created by Lynn Booth, which is called vertical reflexology, which indicates that even just doing this with your feet on the floor has a very powerful effect on the systems of the body. So just doing this is good. And then allowing your fingers to go down the sides of your feet there. Just as slowly as you want. You start to recognise that tingling sensation. And then perhaps the tops of your toes and around to the other side. And massaging around your ankles. And just by doing these simple things, you're really creating a sense of peace and calm in your body. If you've got tickly feet, change the pressure. But I think you'll notice that it's a completely different thing. It's not someone tickling your feet, it's a completely different experience. So you can bring your first foot up and just start to make the massage a bit deeper. And then you can really get into the plantar, the bottom of your feet. And just notice by massaging there, it can be deeply relaxing. And then you can get into the toes. You can just massage the toes 2 or 3 times in different directions. Now if it hurts your thumbs to do it that way, you can just massage around like that. You can use whatever technique gives you the most comfort. And under the toes here is a very powerful spot. Okay, so you can just massage around there. And that will really help with headaches. All around here. And then do the same thing to the toes. Now I'm doing this in quite a clunky way because I'm trying to make sure that the camera's on my feet, but in reality I'd be getting right in there. I like quite firm pressure anyway, so I would be doing something like this. Getting right in between the toes as well is really important. So you're stretching out cervical spine, all the neck spaces. You're getting into sinuses and you're getting into the head space. And there are many, many points on your big toes that relate to your head space. And then if you just go under your foot here, this can be deeply relaxing. You're getting into your diaphragm and into the solar plexus. So just pushing to the pressure that you want. I mean, if you're like me, I get my knuckles in there. But some people just want it really, really light pressure. So whatever works for you. I haven't used any cream. If you'd like to use cream, then please do so. Make it like a proper spa treatment for you. And you can just keep going over with things like that. massaging down the foot here. There is something called the spinal twist, but you have to be very careful with that. I love this. It actually feels like it's really going up the whole body. It's amazing. And just explore what works for you. You can stretch your toes out. This is a very basic version. And then you would do the same thing on the other side, so massaging the top and go down in between the metatarsals, really nice. Creating lymphatic drainage. Massaging all over the top, around your ankles, down the sides. You can massage in whatever way works for you, or do a combination of different things. Going to the sides of your toes, the backs of your toes, in between your toes. Taking as long as you like. You can, so if you've got no injuries, you can twist and pull your toes and feel the benefit of that. And then going underneath again, as I showed you on the other foot. And pulling your foot back and forth. Doing that twist, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong really, as long as you take care of yourself. And you can take as long as you like. You can do this as many times as you like. Obviously, the main thing is that you're taking time out for yourself, and instead of having external resources to look for your well-being, I hope to give you enough tips and techniques that you can just spend at least 5 minutes every day, if possible, taking that moment for yourself, because self-care is really important. And this cannot but help a feeling of well-being. And also, if you do have problems sleeping, I really do recommend doing this before bed, because it will reset your body and allow you a better experience going back to bed. You could literally just, instead of lying there wide awake, pop your legs over the side. Remember, connect to the floor. Feel the carpet on the floor, or the wood floor, the stone floor, whatever it is. Feel the temperature of the floor. Then check in with your breathing, do that breathing technique. Then get into the massage, and then after the massage get back to that really deep breathing technique, exhaling any residual rubbish, and go about your day or sleep. If you've got any questions, you can pop them underneath.